What's up, guys? Welcome to the Caring for Creatures show. My name is Jerry Miller. Thank you for joining us on this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Thursday across Charlottesville, Central Virginia, the Commonwealth, and the country. Caring for Creatures is Central Virginia's first no-kill animal sanctuary. For more than 30 years, Mary Birkholz, its president and founder, has rescued the lives of the most at-risk animals up and down the eastern seaboard. Caring for Creatures, based on a sanctuary in Fluvanna County, undoubtedly making our area a better place for a lot of animals and their humans. Judah Wickhauer, you are the director, sir. Why don't we start with the two-shot with Mary and I, and we'll catch up with Mary Birkholz. How are you?
I'm great.
Busy weekend ahead.
Yes, can't wait.
I cannot wait. Dogfest is
Sunday.
Should we start there?
We can.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody's going to be there.
Yes.
Everyone who knows anything about an animal, has an animal, likes animals, helps animals, they're going to be there.
That's right.
So are we. And we're looking forward to that, noon to 6 Sunday over at X Park.
That's right.
So do plan on coming. You may bring your dog companion, but must be leashed and under control and friendly with other animals.
That's right.
So I'm sure Patty might have covered some of that.
Who's coming with you?
Right now I have on our list, everybody I had on our list to come actually must have brought them good luck for adoption because they've all been selected for adoption. So, but I do think right now we're considering bringing Dave,
Dave the dog?
Dave the dog.
Okay.
Dave the
Love
dog,
Dave the dog.
and maybe Elmer.
Okay.
Elmer had to have a minor little lump removed last weekend. So assuming his incision is cleared, we'll be bringing him as well. So they're wonderful. Elmer's 3-legged hound. Dave has all 4. And he's just, he's a great guy.
Did you
they're
figure
wonderful.
out the logistics for a costume?
No. We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't.
Okay.
So we will have some costumes for sale.
Oh.
So if anyone is interested and don't have your Halloween costume yet, that you can then go to Carrie's event the Friday before Halloween on the mall. We have some costumes for sale.
I love it.
So, it'll be fun.
We have some amazing sponsors today.
We do. As always, Albemarle Veterinary Healthcare Center. Dr. Friedman, and those of you who saw her, Dr. Long.
Yeah.
She's new to the area. Dr. Friedman has been around since the beginning of time.
Right?
Sorry, Dr.
We mean
Friedman.
that in the nicest way, Richard.
In the nicest way. We thank you for all that you do, not only for CFC, but for all the animals that come under your care. Pet Supplies Plus, also here in Charlottesville. And they have actually a fall festival coming up. October 5th, the time for festivals is October.
Yes, it is.
11 to 3 at their store. They're going to have a lot of fun things happening, raffles. So it'll be fun. You should get over there and try to win some of their prizes. And Charlottesville Veterinary Hospital, also another longtime vet here in the area. And we love Dr. Marty and his staff. So we thank all of them for everything that they do.
I love it.
Couple animals here
Yes.
we want to put out there.
Featured animals. Judah Wickhauer, are you
Featured
ready?
animals.
He is ready.
Yeah, he's always good on this. Freya.
Okay.
Freya's our dog that we're featuring. She looks like she could have some lion in her. No.
Wow, I can't wait to see this
just her
picture.
Just her coloring. She's a brindle. Poor Freya has really been through a lot. She came to us from a high-kill facility. At that time, she was heartworm positive, and when we agreed to accept her, she ended up being treated for her heartworm disease. But then, not long after she got up, we realized that she needed a cruciate ligament repair.
Wow.
On one
That's
of
big
her.
time.
It is big time. So
What is that, 4,000?
yeah, that can be right about $3,000 or $4,000. But what happened actually is she was adopted.
Good.
And we agreed to do the surgery for the adopter because we were going to do it anyway.
Right.
So she stayed in the home for her recovery. Things ended up not working out with the adopter. Their family situation changed a lot. And the one individual who would be providing for her care had to have her own surgery. And even with surgery recovery, Freya has lots of energy, so it was too much. So she's back at CFC, and lo and behold, she needed another surgery on her other leg. So we have now gotten that surgery done, and she is just at the end of her recuperation time. What a lovely girl, a lovely girl. She's great with children. She's good around cats. She can be very selective about other dogs, so perhaps being the only dog in the family might be, the best scenario for her. She loves water. She loves to play with toys. She's just a happy girl. So we want to get out there that she is now, at long last, healthy and ready to go. She's about 5 years old.
I love it. Ronnie, we have a comment from Ronnie. Is it Lazary?
Lozier. Hi, Ron.
We might bring Ethan, Mary.
And good.
And she says, is it she?
He?
Which
one?
Says Ethan would like Freya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I know. Yep. Well, tell him to come look.
Come look.
Come look. Come meet. Tasha is a kitty.
Okay.
A lovely tabby girl. And she came to us pregnant.
Okay.
Brought in by someone who found her on their property. And she had 6 babies. Yeah. The middle of June. 2 of her, they're fine and ready to go out to their own homes. 2 of her babies are currently on hold for adoption. But Tasha's just, tabbies. If you know tabbies, tabby cats are wonderful most of the time anyway. And she's a wonderful tabby cat. Very gregarious, friendly, likes to play with other cats. She's about a year old. She's in line right now to be spayed, but soon will be ready to roll into her own home.
Great.
And be pampered.
I love it.
We hope you'll be, considering Tasha.
I love it.
If you're into kitties.
So Tasha, up for adoption, caringforcreatures.org, caringforcreatures.org, to get these 2 fantastic animals. Keely's watching in Georgia. Andre Xavier, CEO of CVille Hop-On Tours, watching. Coach Bill Mannix, the developer Nicole Scrow, the city council candidate Bellamy Brown, the entrepreneur Cameron Wells Marsh is watching. Meg O'Mara, Ron Gantz, Trip Stewart, the vet, watching right now. Mary Birkholz, you have welcomed a phenomenal person to the show.
Carrie Pledger. I don't know if all of you have had the great opportunity to visit the Pawprints Boutique on the downtown mall. Carrie is the owner and creator of that boutique, and she's a woman of many talents.
Ooh, an entrepreneur.
And an entrepreneur. She loves animals, and she also has taken over a doggy Halloween event that is the Friday right before Halloween, 25th of October, on the downtown mall. I won't say everything. She'll give you the details about it. But I highly recommend that you visit her store. Fun gifts, all related to our animal companions, and you'll see something you want, I guarantee you. So.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
Doing all right.
Fantastic. So before we get into this fabulous Halloween event, before we get into your fabulous store, introduce to the public who you are. Passions, hobbies, interests, what makes you tick?
Oh, golly. All right. So, well, right now I have my store. I really like being at the downtown mall because I love the downtown mall feel. I grew up in a really small town.
Where?
In Corey, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So it's like 6,000 people, which is pretty tiny.
Yeah, about an eighth the size of this town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to keep that kind of small town feel. So being on the downtown was a really important part to me. And I really like our store, our landlord. It's a great kind of place to be. Other than the store, I've got my dog and cat. Actually, I have 2 cats now.
I think we have pictures of them, too.
Put them on the screen if we do, Judah.
Only the one cat is pictured. But they both come to the store.
Nice.
Occasionally. I think the cat is sitting at the register.
Yes.
And the dog
counting
has a
the
Halloween
money.
costume on. Yes. So the cat likes to knock things over. And for hobbies, I dance a lot. So I go salsa dancing, I go ballroom dancing, and I teach both of those. So that's kind of a great passion because I'm a teacher by my education, and it's nice to be able to teach. So I teach at UVA as dance faculty there.
So you are faculty at UVA.
Yep.
You and are an entrepreneur. You are a retailista. You're into real estate. You're into animals.
Yeah.
You love the downtown mall. You're like a Renaissance woman right here.
I try, yes. I figure you have to keep things interesting.
So much going on. How do you keep it all going? Is it organized chaos like me?
Yeah, I mean, I think this morning I taught swimming, dance, another dance class. I went to UVA. I work in neurosurgery also.
Wow.
And then I went to the store, and now I'm here.
I love it.
You know.
Just a typical day.
Yeah.
You would do well working at our sanctuary, just
I used to
25,000
volunteer.
things all at once.
Yeah, I used to volunteer with the cats. So yeah, I should check that out.
Yeah.
You are now the, how can I say this? The leader, the head honcho, the point of contact for one of my favorite events, the Halloween event on the downtown mall. What I love about it is I love going to the mall. I love seeing all the animals in costume going up and down the mall. And it's truly a joy, even if you don't have dogs. I got 2 German Shepherds. I would never think to bring my German Shepherds to this event. But it's awesome. Talk to us about this and the evolution, how you got control here. You got to be the leader.
Oh, I feel really blessed that I got to do that. So George Benford had done it before. It's now in its 12th year. And he moved, and so there was a bit of a lull because no one knew quite what to do. So we were looking forward to it so much last year. We were all ready to go, and no one seemed to be doing it. So I decided I'd do it. So I feel really, really excited that we get to do that and we get to be a part of it. It is a hilarious night. You have these memorable costumes in your head. I remember one little dachshund, and he had all these purple balloons blown up on him, and as he walked, all the balloons wiggled. He was a bunch of grapes. And I think a few years ago, someone brought their cat too, which was
that's
really
impressive.
neat.
That's
On a
really
leash?
Cat, and all these little dogs had hats on. They were like farmers in a little Red Baron cart.
Oh, wow.
And the cat's just sitting there, and like you said, there's some excited dogs there. So
Yeah.
but it's a really fun event, and for people like me, I don't have kids. People like to feel like they kind of have a family event they can do, and their pets are their kids. So they get to come down, go around to the local businesses, get some dog bones instead of candy, and have a really good evening.
I think it's great.
It's awesome.
It is fun, absolutely fun. And the few times, I know just out at CFC, and we have a few costume type things that we'll put on some of the animals for the fun of it, for some photo ops or something. And I don't know, whatever it is.
Just makes people happy.
Just makes people
Animals
happy.
make people happy.
Yeah.
Animals make you happy in general, but their willingness to be silly and engage with all of our craziness that we like to do with them is perfect.
Oh, and
it just makes you
people-
smile.
The people dress up too.
Yeah.
So there's
So there's 2 different. Yeah.
Yes, the costumes have become sort of a major goal for people now. So they have like these entire family theme with the dog and the kids and the parents. So
That's neat.
And I love
Yeah.
it because it's so family friendly. I love it because it brings such positive attention to the downtown mall. We certainly need it.
Yeah,
I love it because it's just like this full day of like friendliness and something for the calendar and something for all ages. I mean, you don't even have to have animals.
Oh,
and you
no,
can
people
go to
come
this
down
event
just to watch.
and have a good time.
Yes.
It takes like people watching to a completely different level here.
Yeah, people do come to watch. I know a lot of people that don't have animals that come just to watch. And I like it that it brings the businesses together too, because it wouldn't take part if the businesses weren't there to hand out the treats, and so it's kind of just this fun thing to do for everyone involved.
Susan Blakeney, she's
Yes.
your friend. She says,
Yes.
I'm enjoying your show from Clemson, South Carolina right now.
Hey, Susan.
Give it a like and a share. Ron Gantz, thank you for watching the program. Let me throw this to you. The downtown mall, close to your heart.
Yeah.
Tell that story you were telling off air of how much you love the Charlottesville Downtown Mall.
Oh, yeah. So I came here for graduate school.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I came to Charlottesville for a PhD program, and I partially chose Charlottesville because I really liked the downtown mall. So I came, I bought a house, and stayed here just like everyone else. As my dentist said, yes, you're the reason why the housing prices are going up.
Yes! That's so true, though. That is so true. But I love the fact that you fell in love with Charlottesville. I also fell in love with Charlottesville after going to UVA. I knew immediately that this was going to be my place for a long, 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 long time. What are some of the aspects of Charlottesville you love?
Oh, well, I don't drive, so I mainly stay on the downtown mall and UVA.
Good for you.
So I can really only talk about the downtown mall, but I love being able to walk into Timberlake's and people know my name, and I like that. I like that there's so much culture here. I think probably everyone has the same things they like, but I like that we can have the pavilion and have concerts. You can take your dog, and being an animal lover, you can take your dog in the stores on the downtown mall. I mean, where you can do that in Europe, but nowhere else hardly. And I like Carter Mountain, going out to the orchards, and there's just a lot of events to do down here. And I like theater too.
I love it.
I would feel much the same. I don't live in the city. I live obviously out in Fluvanna County at the sanctuary, but I'm in town on a regular basis, weekly.
And it doesn't take long to get out into.
It doesn't. And I enjoy them all just because of many of the things you just said, but you can kind of have a very lazy, entertaining day. You don't really have to leave the mall. You can do some fun gift shopping. You can go for lunch or dinner, and you can just sit and stare at everybody, which is what I think is a lot of fun. It's like being in an airport, people watching.
I love all those reasons as well. I'm very curious, as a small business owner myself, how's it going? How did you get into this? Why'd you get into this? Why'd you start a boutique?
So I guess it goes back to I like doing a lot of different things. So it is one more thing on my pathway to doing a bunch of different things, honestly. But I really like animals. I like being able to help people enjoy their animals. So we've got a bunch of gift things and fun things for their dogs. So that was an important part. I also enjoy having the creative design to be able to come up with things. So doing Doggy Halloween is another thing where I like being able to put together events, or like we just got some new furniture in the store, and I like getting to change things up like that. I couldn't take my pets to work when I was at UVA.
There you
go. Now you will see them there.
Put that cat back on screen.
Yeah.
We would love to see that. You have socks from her store. You're
I
wearing
do.
right
I'm
now.
wearing them. I'm wearing them. They have the best socks. I mean, really.
We've got cats in a box. We've got ninja cats.
Oh, my God. Well, you know what? I got a cat for one of these cats. This is a year or so ago. It looks real, and it moves. I don't know if you still carry that product, but I have
a breathing cat.
Someone I know who absolutely loves cats, but can't be anywhere near them because of her allergies.
Sure.
And so I got her one of those a couple of years ago, which she absolutely loves. Looks pretty real.
We've got some funny things. Yeah.
It is. You do.
What are your favorite aspects of running your business?
Oh, man.
Is it the merchandising, the product buying, the human connection? What is it? The risk taking, people management? So many different aspects of being a business owner.
There are. Well, as a sidetrack to that, I remember the first day that I was at the store, someone came in and was reminding me of how many aspects of the business you had to do.
Oh, yeah.
And I started getting a little overwhelmed. It was like an overwhelming day to begin with, and then they're reminding me that I have to do all of these 25 plus things in one day. It's kind of fun to buy things for the store. It's fun to see what is kind of unique. So we try to keep really funny things and unique things. Like we've got a T-shirt that says, "In dog years, I'm dead."
Yeah.
We've got the little thing that says, "It's all fun and games till someone ends up in a cone."
Yeah.
So
Not the truth.
it's kind of fun to get, just kind of see what kind of creative products people come up with. At some point, I'd like to make my own products and put them
Cool.
out there too.
Do you think you have more dog people come in the store versus cat people, or
Good
is
question.
it,
You know,
is it equal?
so
do you think?
it's an interesting thing, and I haven't. So I was in psychology as well. So it's an interesting psychological study. So more people buy things for their dogs. I feel like cat people buy more things for themselves.
Oh, interesting.
So like there's
Yeah.
and it might just be like when I buy things for the store, there's a lot more cat gifts that you can get than even dog gifts. So gifty things, I guess, because people think cats are hilarious. Anything with a cat on it is just, funny. But yeah, the cat people, when they come in, they don't actually buy many things for their cats. I guess they feel like their cat is self-sufficient on its own.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's kind of split that way.
John Hunt, welcome to the program. Tim Ryan and Crozet, thank you for joining us. Give it a like and a share on any of the streams you're watching. Waylon Ross is watching in Petersburg. Fletcher Stevens, hello. Thank you for joining us. Talk to us about because it went Cha-Cha's, the Virginia shop, your store.
Yeah.
And Cha-Cha's was an institution for so long.
Cha-Cha's is awesome.
It
Yes.
was, right? How many
Yes.
times have people come in and it's like,
Constantly. It is over 4 years ago, like 4.5 years ago, that Cha-Cha's left, and we still have people coming in for them. But we do tell them before they leave that we are like an animal-themed Cha-Cha.
I love that. That was a great
So
answer.
yes, you want some bacon soap. We have like cat food flavored soap. So you kind of it's just got an animal theme to it.
I love it. How about your animals? Spotlight your critters.
Oh, so Smyrna is the one that is usually at the door. She will sit there with the door open and just watch while all the people in Zocalo eat their food.
Won't leave?
No, not usually. Occasionally, she will go out the door, potty herself, and come back in the door again.
What a good animal. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so sometimes she does go over to Petit Pois, and we have to pick her up and bring her back in again. But she's really great. The cat doesn't come quite so much. The cat will, she's 15 now, 15 and a half.
It's a good-looking cat.
Yeah, she is. She'll sit around there, roll around.
She's a calico, right?
Yes,
Remember
she's a
right?
calico.
Yeah.
She'll go to the window and look at people. She's not afraid.
I love it. I love
So don't you think calicos are very unique?
Good question.
I don't know.
No.
I think my cat Minnie is just an awesome cat. So
Cat or dog person, you personally? And you can't say both. Do you have a favorite?
this is not fair to my pets.
They're not listening.
That might be.
So I used to be a dog person, but then I inherited Minnie from my grandfather, and she's like a cat dog, though. I mean, she comes to the store. She follows me around. She comes everywhere. And now she's older, she doesn't so much, but I'd be painting and she'd go up on the ladder with me and see what we're doing.
See,
so
that's what I mean about a calico.
she's just an awesome
It's
cat.
They're interesting characters.
Tell me the personality
It's
of a
my
calico.
experience. Calicos can sometimes be pushy.
Yeah.
They're sometimes self-centered. They're the center of their own world.
Really?
They allow humans and love humans, but they also can be just a little bit finicky, a little bit less than eager.
Watch
to
what
have,
you say.
I
Don't
know,
say
I know,
anything
sorry.
bad about my
I know,
calico.
no. We have a cat that looks almost like her at the sanctuary. That's why I was wondering. But no, they're so unique in their personality. And they're just a little bit, a little bit more fussy than some of the other cats. And people who know calicos or have had them and can compare to tabbies or tuxedos or whatever will say, oh, well, that's a calico for you. But the things you're all saying, her boldness and her willingness to do anything.
She's like a dog cat.
How do you
Yeah.
transport your cats and dog to your boutique?
Oh, well, the dog, she just walks wherever
walks
she
with you?
feels like.
Yeah.
And the cat, if I had
One
known... cat? No, the other cat is like she has an ear tip. She's a previously feral colony cat, so she
Stays at home?
She doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
The cat, I put her in my carrier. I sometimes roll her on a little cart thing. But if I had known that this was possible before when she was younger, I would have leash trained her. So we have cat harnesses at the store, which are more popular than I thought they would be.
Really? How about some of your best sellers?
So dog treats are kind of the first thing. Dog toys, the catnip. We have this Yow brand catnip that's really strong. Magnets, and as Mary attests to, socks.
Mary loves socks.
I love socks.
I know you do.
Bright color, different things on them, just crazy socks.
Yeah.
It was like President Bush, wasn't he?
George
sock
Bush was on
person.
socks?
George H.W. was
he
it?
was?
I think he was
I
always a big
vaguely.
sock person. For some reason, I saw that.
I just remember the
somewhere.
broccoli thing.
Well, that too, yeah.
Oh, by the way, my cat loves broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I was cooking one day, and I looked down, and I'm like, that doesn't look like what I had before.
Huh.
And there was this giant thing of broccoli, and she was in the dining room just growling in the corner.
Wow. How about Charlottesville and the reception to your boutique?
Oh, I think people really like it. So we're kind of around the corner. So, like you said, Cha-Cha's was there for a long time, so people knew they were there. And I think that the Virginia shop may have had some location difficulties, so they didn't stay for long. But, being around the corner from the Paramount, you don't get the foot traffic that just goes down the mall.
Uh-huh.
And so it seems like still we have people that are like, oh, I'm so excited to find your shop. And it's like, we come down here, we live here, but they don't know it's there. So we still have all these people that are really excited to find it that live here. And then a lot of the vacationers come in, and for the most part, everyone just says how they really love it, which is
Makes you feel
which
good.
is flattering. Yeah.
Do you remember, and correct me with the name, and you can help me here, remember was it the Cat House?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Up
the cat
on
house.
the other end
Of the mall.
Of the mall,
Yeah.
yeah. I do remember that. The cat house. I think
Yep,
it was the cat
it was
house.
the cat
Did
yes.
you ever go to the Cat?
Oh, yeah.
Talk
It
to
was
me
my
about that.
mom's favorite shop.
Your mom's favorite shop?
Yeah.
She's a cat lover.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I really love the courage it takes to be a small business owner. When you were launching the business, what was going through your mind? Give us a sense of like the vulnerability you were feeling.
Well, a lot of the businesses downtown don't stay there for very long, and so the cat house had actually closed around the same time that we were opening, which is good for us.
Yeah.
But also not, because you think, well, if the
Why did
cat
it
house
close?
is closing, why are we opening?
But I look at it that it's good for you
but,
because you're
yeah.
filling a niche downtown.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's always kind of nerve-wracking because you've got a lot of money put in something. But honestly, I guess because I start so many things, I don't really think about it. And a lot of people around were saying, just like anyone says, they say, well, stores don't do good down here. You're not going to you might not do well. And a lot of people were, discouraging me from doing it, which is fine and it's realistic at a certain point. But I don't know. When I do things, I just do it. I don't really think about too much of the problems that may happen. And I think because I was excited about it and that I felt kind of really at home down here. So
It's your passion.
yeah.
You love the location.
Yeah.
You know the material and the subject matter and the product line inside and out.
Well, I didn't know anything about
Oh,
anything.
you had to learn it.
Yeah.
So how did you do that? Just on the fly? Do what you got to do?
Yeah. I never worked in retail before.
Okay.
Isn't that brave? I
Wow.
love that. I love that.
I really love that.
I love
it's
that.
similar to compare and contrast to you when
Yeah.
you launched the Sanctuary.
And I've had the same experience, first of all, with CFC. They are excited that you're trying to follow your dream or what you really want to do.
But they're
you
also
can
like, what
tell
the hell
by
are you doing?
Look on their
Yeah.
faces like, what an idiot. But I had this happen to me when I moved from the Midwest, Milwaukee, to the East Coast.
I didn't know you were in Milwaukee.
And I did.
To Northern Virginia, right? Mm-hmm. That's where you moved to?
Uh-huh.
And you were in a corporate world?
I worked for a real estate developer in
Right.
Old Town Alexandria, and loved the job to a degree. It wasn't my heart's dream, but it was fun and lovely place to work, Old Town. But when I was moving, I moved from Milwaukee to the East Coast to start. Well, I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but
You moved without a job?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that about you.
Oh, yeah.
Were you born in
when I
Milwaukee?
look back, I was born in Northern Illinois. Oh, I was born in Indiana, but lived most of my life in Northern Illinois.
Okay.
And when I was old enough, and I moved with friends to Milwaukee, and I liked Milwaukee. It's a lovely downtown area. But I was compelled to leave the Milwaukee area to follow some dream of mine. I wasn't sure how I was going to get there.
Okay.
It's a very long story how I was compelled to leave, which we'll say for another time. But needless to say, I did not have enough money to make a trip out east and find a place to live and find a job. I had 30 days of money to make me last. And what's interesting, I felt the powers that be were helping me because I got
Things
one of
were
those.
going in your favor?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got this apartment guide that one of the clients for the stock brokerage firm I worked for, sent it to me. And I picked this place, I didn't know where, and put an application in. I didn't even have a job. And I thought, why did these people accept me? But they did. So, and then when I went to look for a job and went through the newspapers, went through an agency, and the agency person said to me, and this was the first appointment I had, "Oh, it's not a good time. Be looking for a job. I don't know what you're going to do." Blah, blah. Everything was negative. And I thought, oh, my God, get me the hell out of this person's office. So I ended up finding a job through the newspapers. And what was interesting, the person who helped me start caring for creatures worked at that place.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So it was like pure faith, moving on pure faith, and a lot of fear with it, but also excitement. And then 6 years later, I moved to Fluvanna County to start caring for creatures.
From Old Town
From Alexandria.
to Alexandria to Fluvanna County.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big change.
Big change. I love.
change.
Don't you love I love I mean, you are an entrepreneur. I love the mindset of entrepreneurs as they hear the noise and the negativity, but don't focus on it.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
see I can do this, and
Right.
it's this incredible
Yeah.
courage, and you certainly embodied this launching this retail downtown mall.
Well, yeah, well, for me, I guess when I want to start something that's a challenge, if I already kind of had everything all set up for me, I wouldn't be as interested
Wouldn't
in
be.
doing
course.
it, I think.
Yeah. What's the fun?
Mandy Dayerman, am I saying her name right? Mandy is giving you some props. She says, "Good for you, Carrie Pledger."
Yeah,
Give it a like and a share on any of the streams that you're watching. Let me throw this to you. Talk to us about what your goals are for the store over the next year, 3 years, 5 years. You kind of touched on it already. You want to start kind of a product line that's tied to your brand.
Well, product line, you're getting ahead of me here.
Okay, you're saying one SKU you're saying here.
Yeah. Well, this is one of those business questions where I'm supposed to have an answer already. Let's see. I know that at least in the last year, we started expanding our hours, so we're now open more. My goal is which is kind of what we're doing with Doggy Halloween, is to help with the various shelters around the area. And so we've always wanted to do that, and kind of coming back to Doggy Halloween has allowed us to do that. So one of our goals is to do some events that would relate to that. I'd kind of like to do something in Easter time as well, but that is, I guess, a few years goal here. And gosh, I don't have any goals for my business. We started having doggy ice cream at the store.
I remember.
And I would kind of like to have like a dog stew or something, because people come downtown and a lot of people come into the store and get chews for their dogs so they can eat while the people are
downtown.
eating.
Yeah.
Yes. And it would be kind of fun to have a porridge for dogs while they're down there too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or good.
There was a place in Alexandria that used to have, it was like an Irish place. They had this dog stew that you could get on the menu.
Yeah. I don't remember that. Of course, I've been here 30 years. So
Right,
Oh,
it's been a while.
It's been a while. But even when I was up there, they had these fancy bakeries that made healthy dog treats. And man, they were impressive.
Yeah.
Very, very busy places.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, the other thing, well, yeah, I don't know. I guess there's other different things in my head, but
Walt, what were you going to say?
I'd love to have more cats in the store. Our store is too small for too
ton of
many
dogs.
things like that.
Yeah.
Well, just even have like cats roaming around the store if you wanted to adopt a cat, or
It's a great idea.
something like that.
You could
But
form a partnership with Mary.
yes,
Well, we were kind of talking about something.
We had talked
yeah.
about that. That didn't
Yeah.
quite work out, but maybe eventually. Yes.
Okay. Throw us your plans for Sunday and Dog Fest.
Oh, Dog Fest. So I am going to all the events that Mary's going to.
Nice.
We've
Yes.
got Dog Fest coming up. We'll have a table there. We'll have a bunch of things with are 50% off. And we'll see if my dog feels like going or not. And then we'll be handing out flyers to let people know about Doggy Halloween.
Nice.
We're actually doing also the Pet Supplies Plus fundraiser for Caring for Creatures
Nice.
on the week after that.
Very cool.
on the
How
Saturday.
about, you said you're going to have animals for adoption.
Absolutely.
You're going to have costumes for sale.
We're going to have costumes for sale. We have some T-shirts that are going to be on more of a reduced rate.
Nice.
Because we don't have a huge amount. We've got bandanas.
Okay.
For the dogs, some of them Halloween themed. And we also will be selling our very famous catnip pouches
Nice.
for the kitties. They love these things.
I love it. How about
Yeah.
the budding partnership between you two and Halloween?
Well, I think that
It's not
for
budding.
Halloween.
It's in like the flowers. It's in the almost open flowers.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly,
All right.
exactly. Yeah, and
Coming to be a fruit,
Think a lot of
almost.
interesting things, and I have some stuff I'll chat with you later on. But I like some of her thinking. I think she's slightly out of the box. I really loved. I don't know if I hope I don't say something stupid here and shouldn't say, but she was really had this lovely idea about a cat cafe.
Yeah.
I loved that idea and was
Charlottesville
really
is not ready for a
on
cat
board.
cafe,
But apparently Charlottesville City is not on board with that yet.
They said
so,
no. The city
yeah.
hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so too bad.
Those
But
exist in Florida.
they're
Oh,
in
they
a lot of
exist in a
places.
lot of
places.
They're in a lot of
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you essentially go have coffee and chill with cats and then like improve your quality of life and find like you center yourself, you get happy.
Exactly. And they're available for adoption.
Yeah.
The cats who are living in the cafe
So
and
you-
greeting the customers.
I would love to hear this story. You had this idea, went to City Hall, and they're like, nah, dog, you're not going to do that?
Yeah, well, I guess it's not in the. There's a lot of things I feel like that are not in the policy that are still allowed. It's like these 500,000 tall buildings that are coming up. But yes, animals are not allowed on the downtown mall.
Interesting.
Like in the store kind of sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm
bad.
excited. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just
But
said
maybe another
it's too
place.
bad.
Maybe another place.
Down the road a piece that'll happen. Yeah.
I love it. So they're going to be there Sunday at Dog Fest. Caring for Creatures, you can find online at caringforcreatures.org. Do you have any other
No,
items?
and maybe let's just real quickly
Yeah.
review the timing for stuff for Doggy Halloween.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
sure.
What do we
So
do? How do people participate? Time?
Register at 5 o'clock is registration. Anytime after 5 at Central Place. There'll be a table at Central Place. There'll also be a bunch of chairs and a stage where you'll see the costume contest. You'll get a bag and a number if you're going to do the costume contest and a little map that shows all the businesses you can go to. We'll probably have orange balloons there to represent where you can stop. And then there's a little doggy parade of costumes from the pavilion down to the Omni and back to Central Place. And then we will have our costume contest of funny gigs going on.
Who was last year's winner? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was a little pirate. It was like a little like Shih Tzu type pirate.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it was on a Tuesday last year
I
because
remember.
there was a hurricane
Yeah.
on Friday.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So
Which
maybe I
kind of
shouldn't
diminished
say
the
that.
numbers a
to-
little
Yeah,
bit,
knock on
right?
wood.
I don't want to jinx it, but yes.
I'm knocking on wood for you. I'm knocking on IKEA for whatever
Yes.
fake wood this is.
Yes, but the businesses are excited to have people come.
Downtown Mall needs it. Downtown Mall needs everything.
Fun
more than-
activities,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
positive that brings people to the mall.
Yeah.
I salute you for that.
Yeah.
You are carrying on something that I think is like one of the most fun events.
Oh, I mean,
I've gone
how
like
many
probably
places
10
in the
years,
United
10
States
years
have
in a row.
this?
Literally.
Yeah.
I like literally sit on one of like the like Citizen Burger Bar outside or like Miller's outside
Yeah.
or whatever.
Zocalo,
Have a
Pequot,
couple
yeah.
beers and watch. It's amazing. I'm so pumped. I'm so stoked. So grateful.
Yeah,
Seriously.
thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you.
This is the Caring for Creatures show. Mary Birkholz, would you like to add anything else?
No, just thank you to Carrie, and we're excited too. We're gonna have a couple of animals there, a couple of dogs
Yeah.
probably.
You're coming?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll be there.
They are
Yeah,
coming.
they are coming.
They are
Yeah.
the recipient of the.
That's right. Recipient.
Yes.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
So
love
we're
it.
excited about that. It's a fun time of year, and Halloween is just fun for everybody of all ages. So get there, be there, come see us.
Support both entities. This is
Everything.
the Caring for Creatures show. 45 minutes. Didn't it fly by? Did it fly by?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
3:45. This is so fun. Caring for Creatures show, guys. Support them in Fluvanna County. CaringForCreatures.org. Central Virginia's first no-kill animal sanctuary for more than 30 years. Mary Birkholz and her team have rescued the lives of the most at-risk animals up and down the eastern seaboard. It airs Thursdays at 3 on the I Love CVille Network. We will archive today's show in totality on caringforcreatures.org, on ilovecville.com. We will syndicate it for 30 days across the I Love CVille Network, which is 17 Facebook pages, 17 Twitter accounts, a daily e-newsletter that goes out to 108,000 inboxes, and iTunes podcasts, and of course on ilovecville.com. I hope you guys have a fabulous, fabulous afternoon. Take care.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you.
Did great. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks.
Right? You got one more thing we got to do, Carrie? We got to take your photo.
Oh, no.
It'll be easy. Judah's going to do it.